Hey, it's me again. So today I want to do a cut, clear, and shield reading because of yesterday's all signs reading. There was the energy of a sacred reset needing to take place. If you've watched any of the signs, yesterday, go watch Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, North Node. The Five of Cups was a very strong energy throughout the spreads, and no surprise, it's here again today. We're going to get into it, and this is a brand new deck, and yet it's still here. So let's just hop right into it. This is, the first spread is going to be what needs to be cut, cleared, and shielded. So we have the Five of Cups, the Hangman, and the Four of Pentacles. So there's a deep emotional wound that still lingers, okay? One of loss, disappointment, or unspoken heartache. Something or someone close to you has tested your emotional endurance, and while that may feel heavy, this is not the end of your story. So again, the spilled cups are not your whole truth. Two still stand, representing what remains, that being your strength, your clarity, and your resilience. And the Hangman calls for a deep spiritual pause and surrender. So you are being asked to shift your perspective, yes, but not just on your circumstances, but on yourself. Something more sacred than a simple setback is occurring. This feels like soul work. So some of you may already be doing it, even without being fully aware. Now is the time to bring it into conscious alignment. And the Four of Pentacles warns of a fixation. So holding on too tightly to material security or control. If you've been clutching your pearls out of fear, whether your pearls be money, relationships, or even a title, this moment will be your is going to be an invitation to release. So true power lies in remembering that your spiritual wealth will always outweigh the material. If you've dropped your torch, much like this Four of Pentacles, the torch is your inner guidance. Go back and pick it up. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the shadow side of the Two of Wands. So this energy is saying that you've been focused on the what, the plans, the steps, and logistics. Spirit is asking you to reconnect with the why, because purpose is the bridge between motion and meaning. Now let your higher self lead. I was going to say let yourself lead, but you need your higher self to lead at this point. Moving on to the next row. This is going to be the who needs to be cut, cleared, and shielded. So this isn't just about people, it's about an energetic signature. And these are energetic signatures embodied by people, roles, or even versions of yourself. So keep that in mind. First card is gang. This is energies of coercion, manipulation, and shadow alliances, representing those who thrive in secrecy, transaction, and exploitation. So cut ties with anyone who brings a dangerous edge of violence, emotionally, spiritually, or physically. Moving on to spy. This is energies of deceit, covert observation. I was going to say obsession. Okay. And hidden agendas. So be cautious of people who are overly curious but offering nothing of themselves, because not everyone who wants to know you has good intentions. And gambler is energies of recklessness, instability, and addiction. This it would be individuals who move through life on impulse. So feeding on luck without responsibility. Their chaos is not yours to manage. And bottom of the deck energy, we have homeless. So reason, this is like an energy of the wanderer of lack. So these are people whose energies feel lost, driven by hunger, scarcity, solitude, and instability. So this could represent someone projecting their unhealed emptiness onto you, draining your resources. Or it could symbolize a version of you stuck in survival mode. But either way, it's time to release what is not yours to carry, okay? And the next spread we have is the how to cut, clear, and shield your energy. So we have better boundaries and communication. Setting boundaries is not rejection, it's reverence. It's telling the world, I matter. So self-love requires discipline, and communication is your sword and shield. Say what you mean and mean what you say. In abundance and security, money is energy, and so is safety. So trust that you are supported. Let go of clutching or scarcity mindsets. Also open yourself to flow rather than hoarding and holding on too tightly to your energy, financially or emotionally. And we have betrayal for revealed. So something is coming to light, whether it's someone else's deception or a way you've been betraying your own truth. Know that clarity is arriving. So let this revelation be the gateway to your liberation. And bottom of the deck energy is balance needed relationships. So evaluate every connection, because ask yourself, is there equal give and take here? Or are you constantly sacrificing? Any relationship out of rhythm will create more obstacles. The harmony must be mutual, and you deserve a connection that's rooted in respect and not depletion. And I did pull some healing messages for you, which is very interesting because what came out was or is ascension, and at the bottom of the deck we have forgiveness. And ascension is 24, forgiveness is 23. So there's a need or for us to focus on taking a step back, because it's an energy of getting ahead of ourselves when there's something that needs to be tended to. So ascension essentially is like, growth is a sacred process but not a race. So you may be rushing to ascend, to move forward, to be better. But ascension without healing is just spiritual bypassing. There's a need to honor every step. Don't skip your own heart in this process. And forgiveness, this will be the bridge between healing and ascension. So, and knowing that ascension is forgiveness. Not to excuse what hurt you, but to set yourself free. Forgive the version of you who didn't know better. Forgive the silence you kept when you should have been screaming. Forgive the ones who couldn't meet you where you stood and then rise anyway. So I'm going to read these out of the book, and I'm going to start with forgiveness because that's where us as a collective, need to be focusing on. So forgiveness says, it has been said forgiveness is the greatest gift we can give ourselves. Forgiveness of others, but also forgiveness of self. We are the most critical and judgmental of ourselves. This inner critic does so much more harm than criticism that comes from others. Forgive yourself for trusting others and getting hurt, for not knowing, for not seeing, for not believing. You are human and you are growing and learning. Human perfection is rooted in imperfection. This card indicates the need for forgiveness in the situation asked about. So do that, and then you will ascend. Moving on to ascension. Ascension says, some of those following a spiritual path have ascension as the ultimate goal. However, ascension portrayed in arts and literature as a great leap into instant nirvana is actually a giant work of, art and fiction. Rather, ascension is a process of conscious living. We are all spiritual beings. We are all souls in a human body who are living life on this earth in order to learn and to grow at the soul's level. That is being spiritual. Whether you are conscious of it or not, you are walking towards ascension. Each experience, relationship, obstacle, joy, and creation will bring you one step closer on the ladder to where we all end, with a greater awareness of ourselves than we started out. This situation, at its best, is wrong on the ladder of your soul's path towards ascension. The situation you are inquiring about is assisting you on this ladder. Work at the bigger picture and know you are bigger than any issues or problems you may have. All right. That's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading, and I will see you in the next one.